Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or if you're here for the first time, welcome. So today, thank you for clicking on this thumbnail because this perfumery house is not really well known, and it's not talked about on YouTube very much, but I think it's a house that deserves to have some light shed on it. It's a fantastic house, and I love this sustainability that the house is going with the packaging, the bottles, the actual materials, and I like the theme of this house. So the house is Nissaba, and it is a Geneva, Switzerland based company. But these fragrances, each one of them are materials are cultivated from that area, and they try to use as much locally sourced ingredients as possible. So I learned about this house at Scentroom LA. Tom was telling me about this house, and my husband as well, and we fell in love with one of the fragrances so quickly. There were actually two that we really truly wanted to take home, but we only purchased one that day, full bottle. And my husband and I we absolutely thought they were stunning fragrances. And so I want to shed some light on this house, and I don't know how many clicks this video will get. I know it's not one of the trendy videos or hyped fragrance videos or top 10 videos, but I do want you guys to be introduced to this house because I have fallen quite hard for this house. The bottle that I purchased, my husband and I purchased, looks like this, and it's all sustainably sourced materials. The cap is wood, and the perfume label is like a tag around the atomizer, and this one is Grande Isle. So yeah, so I want to just talk about the house, and I hope that interests you, and so just hang out and keep on watching. So let's start with Nissaba first. Their slogan, their motto is to, reduce, reuse, recycle, upcycle, the materials, the packaging, everything about the company. They're trying to, improve sustainability in the fragrance world and in marketing in general. So this fragrance house is, it's located in Geneva, Switzerland, but this house, I believe it is only sold in the United States right now at the Scentroom LA, and that's where we discovered this fragrance house. And so I have every single fragrance they have made to this date in either sample form, larger decant form, or one full bottle. And I will tell you also in this video what our next full bottle purchase will be from this house. So let's get started with first the Provence fragrance. So each fragrance is about a local area where they sourced their ingredients from. So for this fragrance, it's about Provence, France. And for Provence, France, they did this fragrance. Oops. Let me find her. Purple right here. Provence. And you can get these samples at Scentroom LA. They now have a discovery set, which they did not have before. And so with this sampling in decants, you can get a discovery set. It's like round, and it's got samples of each of the fragrances that they've currently launched. So Provence. Now for Provence, I have a dried down test strip here, and I'm gonna do a freshly sprayed one as well. Now, what really is kind of striking about this fragrance is there is a spearmint note, and you do get it. You get a very fresh spearmint. Not like a gum, but like truly fresh spearmint. Like if you just plucked it and were to smell it. So let's spray our sample. This one is extremely aromatic, extremely fresh, bright. invigorating. It's something that could absolutely be worn in the hottest of hot weather. And there's spearmint oil, and it says there's a spicy green accord to it, which I do smell in here. And there's also coriander seeds, black pepper, lavender oil, clary sage, which you do pick up a lot of clary sage as well, lavandin absolutes, and an aromatic blend from hot Provence of hyssop. And hyssop is placed in this fragrance to give intensity and to extend the profile of the sandalwood, cedarwood, and vetiver type notes. So this is it's an earthy fragrance. It smells like walking through a field and there's grass and hay and trees, and it's extremely aromatic, and I find this very invigorating, and I think it's because of the way that the clary sage and the spearmint oil are mixing together that it gives this really fresh, bright green note. And I sometimes struggle with green notes. If it's too strong of petitgrain, if it's too green, it's too stemmy, I don't usually appreciate those. But this is done just right. It is blended to perfection. So it's just so refreshing and just really a bright fragrance. And this is 100% unisex. Anyone could wear this fragrance. And I think it would do extremely well in high heat in the summer. It is gorgeous. It really is beautiful. So that was Provence, the first fragrance we went over. Oh, Nissaba, which is the Sumerian deity. She's a god, known as a goddess. That's what the brand is actually named after. And so the next fragrance we're going to go for is Sulawesi. And again, I have a dried down version, and then we're going to spray a new freshly sprayed version. And this again is quite aromatic, and you can smell some benzoin and some nutmeg that gives this warmth. I really like the way this one smells, Sulawesi, and so this one's about Indonesia. And so the ingredients that they sourced from this origin are Indonesian patchouli, nutmeg, vetiver, java, and benzoin. Oh, I really like this fragrance a lot. Again, 100% unisex, aromatic, but warm from the nutmeg, the benzoin. There's cloves in here. So you can get an idea of it's a bit spicy, it's a bit warm, resinous, and the patchouli is giving it earthiness. And so this fragrance is Indonesian nutmeg, juniper berry, an ambery benzoin from Sumatra, Indonesian clove leaves and the buds, cedarwood, vetiver from Java, and broxan to kind of boost the woody, powerful profile. And so it's definitely a woody fragrance, but it's definitely also a benzoin and resinous fragrance. And the cloves and the nutmeg give it a little spicy warmth. I really like this fragrance a lot. I like the spiciness of it. And I think it's overall quite appealing. It really is. I do smell a little of the juniper berry as well, like you might smell in MFK's Gentle Fluidity Gold. But man, this is so aromatic and it's so beautiful. All of them are really beautiful. And so Sulawesi Island is the main origin for the most iconic Indonesian patchoulis. And this patchouli is done so well that it's not too earthy. It's not too much of an overbearing patchouli. It's blended just right. It's quite airy. And with everything else mixed with it, it's giving quite airy, earthy, natural. And the cloves are so nice in this fragrance. If you like nutmeg and cloves, you would like this fragrance. It's on the lighter side, I notice, of these fragrances so far. But I like it. I'm enjoying it a lot. So if you are a patchouli lover, this is a fantastic patchouli, but it's not too deep. It's not too strong. Sometimes patchouli can be, wow, it's really powerful. But the way it's done here is quite airy, and it's mixed in with the juniper berry and the cloves and nutmeg. So it's warm and inviting and aromatic, and I'm really enjoying this one as well. So now we're going to go to Central America. We're going for Tierra Maya or Maya, Tierra Maya. And this one, I'm going to already tell you, I really, really like. And it was between this one and the other one that we purchased. We were both, my husband and I, struggling to think, which one. They both are equally beautiful fragrances, and so this will be my next full bottle of Nissaba for sure, without a doubt. So number one, I have this test strip of it dried down. This fragrance is stunning. It is absolutely stunning. And let me get another test strip here. It is so warm. It is so beautiful. It's got a little gourmand touch to it because of there's like pearl balsam and cardamom, and it gives off a warm cardamom scent. It's spicy, but it almost gives off just a little bit of gourmand. It's almost like I can smell cinnamon in this fragrance. Now, cinnamon is not noted in the fragrance list, but it's warm like that. I love cardamom fragrances. I truly love cardamom fragrances. And this cardamom is kind of like the cardamom in Xerjoff's Starlight, but take the sugar syrupy load way down. It's still sweet. It's still sweet. It's airy, but this cardamom is, oh, it's so yummy. It's so yummy. I love cardamom fragrances. So now, being in Central America, we are talking about El Salvador in this, and the main origin of pearl balsam is coming from this El Salvadorian Costa Balsamera, and it is a gorgeous cardamom. It is gorgeous. The notes for this are cardamom green pods extracted from Guatemala, cypress, a duo of roses of Damascena and centifolia rose extracts, more cardamom oil, pearl balsam extracted from El Salvador for the Amber Accord. And then the pearl balsam, it says, is harvested on the Costa Balsamera, which I said. And then this cardamom is grown all across Guatemala, and it's known as the most premium, highest quality of cardamom you can get. And it is a stunning, perfectly done cardamom fragrance. I don't smell a whole lot of rose in this fragrance. Let me smell the one that's quite dried down. They're very subtle. They're very subtle. This is 100% a cardamom oil fragrance for sure with pearl blossom. And it almost gives a vanillic resinous. It's extremely warm, and this is going to do amazing in the fall, in the winter. Heating up on your body under your sweater or your jacket. It is just going to, oh, it is so beautiful. This will be a full bottle purchase, but I will wait probably for the fall for this fragrance. So that was Tierra Maya or Tierra Maya, however that is pronounced, but it's gorgeous. If you like cardamom, you need to get your nose on this. Again, you can get a sample at Scentroom LA, and you can try the whole line from Scentroom LA. We are off to India. For the fragrance for India's inspiration is called Malli Nadu. And this one's a different sample. It's in a decant because the Scentroom didn't have the boxed sample anymore of this one. They had already sold out. So they made me a decant. And one, I have the already dried down. Beautiful, beautiful tuberose, beautiful floral. This is the dried down one. And this one, I just sprayed. So when you first spray it, the tuberose is a little more green. And then in the dry down, the tuberose is less green. It's milky, it's creamy. So this fragrance, Malli Nadu. The name was chosen for Malli Nadu because it translates to the land of jasmine. And India is well known for their jasmine absolute. There are tons of fields and people that harvest it daily and pick the buds at just the right time to get this beautiful oil. So in this fragrance, it says it's made up of South India's most iconic ingredients, which is Indian Davana, tuberose, and jasmine. We've got mandarin and orange, parhidazone for floral freshness, Indian vetiver, creamy sandalwood, cedarwood, and the jasmine sambac buds, which are called Malli, hence the name. So this fragrance is an extremely beautiful, yes, beautiful tuberose. Like I said in the beginning, it was a bit green, and then it turns down to silky, creamy. It's a beautiful white floral fragrance, and it is not an indolic tuberose. It's not indolic jasmine. It's pretty much the best of what you can get for a jasmine fragrance. I don't really care for super indolic white floral fragrances, and this is more creamy. It's more milky, almost like, think about the tuberose from Blanche Bette a bit. It doesn't smell like Blanche Bette, but the way that creamy lactonic sort of tuberose and creamy milky jasmine, instead of being green and quite indolic and really floral heavy, it's really quite airy, creamy. It's beautiful. It really is beautiful. And I do love that one a lot. I love the way the jasmine is done in this fragrance and the tuberose. So if you guys like tuberose and jasmine, you should definitely get your nose on this. Now we're off to Somalia. This fragrance is called Berbera. I'm not sure if you can see that on these decants. But again, Scentroom LA did not have the boxed sample, and so they made a decant for me. Now, I have the dried down already test strip here, and I love this fragrance. This is such a good incense myrrh fragrance. It's full of resins and gums, and I love it. I love this fragrance. Okay, so this is the dried down one. And then let's get one and spray the opening. Ooh, that was a good spray. It really came out there. So I love pretty much everything about this fragrance. I love incense fragrances. I love fragrances that have resins and gums and apopanax and benzoin and myrrh. And if it's got those, I'm going to love it. And I do love this fragrance. This one is par to par with the Tierra Maya or Tierra Maya. Right there with it. This is a gorgeous incense. This is also airy. It's not a super heavy fragrance. It is airy and pretty much I would say this is one of the most perfect incense fragrances I've ever smelled. Truly. Very realistic, very airy, and the notes in this fragrance. So it says that Berbera is Somaliland's main port, and it's also known as the Horn of Africa. So, little tidbit of information there for you. But the notes are spicy incense, resinous elemi, nutmeg, black pepper, a leathery, powdery incense with warm myrrh, pyrogenic incense gums, amber facets, and Somalian apopanax. So that right there, if you know me, all those notes right there, it just says put it in the bag. Put it in the bag. I love those notes. And this is the perfect, truly, I mean, I'm repeating myself, but it is the most perfect incense, warm myrrh, resinous fragrance ever. But it is light wearing. So I think if you went real hard on this, you'd be fine. But you would have to overspray if you're one of those people that likes their incense or their resinous perfumes to be like really pow and strong and powerful and, you know, because this one is way more airy, light, and it's just stunning. It is a truly stunning fragrance. And, you know, it's quickly become at the top of my favorite incense fragrances, to be honest. If it were a little more powerful, I think it would really make that cut. But I also like the airiness about it. I like the fact that it's, you know, it's airy and it's like getting the incense smoke blown through the air in the wind instead of sitting here and having the dense smoke curling up under your nose. But I love it. I love it so much, you guys. I'm really digging this house. I hope you guys do get a chance to try it. All right, next fragrance. So this one, we are going to go to Paraguay. So this is called Chaco. I think it's Chaco. Forgive my pronunciation with these. I've got my dried down test strip. And I keep saying this, I know, with everyone, but this is full bottle worthy to me. This is like right there on the list. It's going to go like boom, 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 full bottles. I love this, you guys. If you like tea scents, you're going to love this scent. Okay. So I'm going to do the opening spray on a test strip. And so Paraguay is known for their guaiac wood, which they call Palo Santo. And this is a stunning rendition of mate and Palo Santo. A clean, woody tea scent. And I love it. I love it. It literally feels like it needs to fit right into my tea scents on my shelf. It is a perfect rendition, and the mate is not too earthy. Sometimes mate can be quite earthy, and this is not. This is so airy and beautiful, and the Palo Santo is so clean. And if you've ever smelled Palo Santo in real life, sometimes it gives me a little bit of a coconutty vibe, and not sweet coconut, not suntan lotion coconut, but like real coconut, like not toasted, just the flesh of a coconut. Sometimes I smell that in Palo Santo, and it's got that here. Oh, it's beautiful. This one actually might bump up before one of the other fragrances. That's how much I love this tea scent. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. So I'll read you the notes. So for Chaco, they did locally sourced ingredients of Paraguay mate, petitgrain, and palo santo. So the yerba mate from Paraguay in the top has citruses of bergamot and lemon as well, which you do smell here, because those are usually found together in tea scents to make this accord. You'll almost always find tea paired with bergamot or lemon or some sort of citrus. And they made a petitgrain absolute, and then they made a tea accord. They used cardamom, lavandin, palo santo, vetiver, and cedar oils. Oh, I love this. I love this. I love this. It is so clean. It is so absolutely unisex again. Across the line, across the board, this entire line is 100% unisex. And it is airy. It is beautiful. I love it. I truly love it. If you love tea scents, you will, mark my word, you will love this fragrance. Now, it was named Chaco because it's the second largest primary forest in Latin America. And it's known for its guaiac wood and, Palo Santo. So here you're getting it straight from the source. It's stunning. It's done stunningly. If there's any of them that you get your nose on, this has got to be one of them. Unless you don't like tea scents, because this is a tremendously done tea scent for sure. Now we come to the end. The last perfume in this house currently, and it is Nissaba's Grande Isle. Now this is the one that I told you in the beginning. My husband and I, we hummed and hawed, and this is the one we went home with, and we are completely satisfied with that. Let's do a fresh spray. I also have my dried down. Oh. So of course we do feel like this one is the best in the line. They're all good. They're all excellent. But obviously for this one to come home first was the one that we loved the most. This is spicy, woody. Oh, the dry down. You guys, the dry down is so warm and spicy, cinnamon, woody. And then there's the most beautiful vanilla. So this one is kind of centered around the vanilla planifolia from Madagascar. And boy, is it's beautiful. This is a stunning. I think this vanilla planifolia is done better than Guerlain's vanilla planifolia. And that one is like $600, okay? And this one is under $200. Ooh, 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 ooh. This is a striking vanilla. It's a woody vanilla. It's a spicy vanilla, and it is gorgeous. It is gorgeous. The dry down is the best part. In the opening, you get this, it's more airy, but as it dries down, it gets warmer and just cozier and spicier. And if there is one fragrance, honestly, if you like these type of notes, start with Grande Isle, because that's my husband and I's favorite from the entire line. So let me tell you a little bit about it. So Grande Isle it's Madagascar's biggest island in the Indian Ocean, and it's known for their premium spices and harvesting the vanilla planifolia. So when you hear about vanilla planifolia, it's always going to say, from Madagascar. And so this is spices, black and pink pepper, vanilla, cloves, and all of those are sourced from Madagascar. There is cedarwood and patchouli, and then guaiac wood, vanilla planifolia, and it creates this is heaven to me. This is truly heaven to me. This would make a top woody vanilla list, no problem. Top 5 woody vanillas in my collection. It would be right up with Vanille Antique from Byredo. So if you like that fragrance, you would love this as well. It's perfect. It is perfect. The spices, the cloves and vanilla are so warm. And my husband wears this all year round. I mean, it doesn't matter what season it is because he works in an air-conditioned building. But this probably wouldn't be like fantastic for, you know, a 100-degree day. This is more fall and winter vibes because of the cloves and the pepper and the spiciness mixed with that vanilla. It is fantastic. This is my favorite from the line, but they are all excellent. All of them. So I hope you guys enjoyed my little intro to Nissaba. And get a sample. Try some out at this Scentroom LA. You can order them online, or you can get a discovery set from Nissaba's website as well. And try them out. They are really worth a sniff. And the whole idea of this house is just something that really attracted me to it. And I like that they're using sustainably sourced ingredients and packaging. So yeah, I hope you guys like it. Try it out, and I'll see you in the next video.